welcome to Jurassica Lakes, France.
To add the generic what is it, library music on now.
We're in France. 1 week, Jurassic Complex. We're fishing Eden Lake. Mate, it's like the Garden of Eden. It's unreal. Beautiful place. We come here every year. We did miss out last year due to COVID, same as many other people did. We did get here yesterday, so I'm talking to you on a Sunday. We didn't get here till about 3:30. So by the time we got everything unloaded, got the tent up, it's time for dinner, come back, set some rods up, chuck some rods out for the night, and yeah, it was a pretty quiet night. No one had anything. So there's 4 of us on here fishing, 2 of us fishing at the minute with my brother and a couple of golden oldies, old friends, and yeah, so we're on here for the week. I've had a couple this morning, my brother's had one, lost a couple. Biggest just under 26 so far. And yeah, let's chuck them in now, have a quick look at them. Well, there we have it. 24-12, first blood. It's been doing well, so let's hope we're going to have a few more out. And yeah, it's a good start. Look at him. And there we go. Number 2, 25 1/4. Few actually smaller than the last one, but another beautiful mirror nonetheless. And it's got a scale missing off him, so little bit of fish care on that, and we'll slip it back. Another beautiful Jurassica carp, mate. Honestly, this place is unreal. That's why we come here every year. Little about the lake. There's 3 lakes on this complex. You've got the big lake, which is called Jurassica, middle lake, which is called Eden, and there's a small lake called Heaven. We fish Eden. It's got, I would say, it's general stamp of fish are between, I'd say, 25 and 35. There are a couple of 40s in here, if not a few. Don't think there's any 50s in here, but it's a small intricate lake. Technically got 4 swims and a lodge. Beautiful, stunning place. Like each swim's got plenty of water, and yeah, the fish are absolutely immaculate in this place. So well run, food's good, fishing's good, the fish are well looked after, and you can't really ask for better, really. The main lake, if you can ever get on there, then good luck, but the boys who fish that will know it's got some absolute monsters swimming in there. And yeah, it's an hard water, but it's even harder to get on it. So there's a few lads on there. See, it's really the first full day, so I don't think there's many been out of there. And to be honest, I'm not sure if there's anyone on Heaven this time. That is just a small lake with, I think it's got one swim on it, which houses 2 people. We almost fish off an island, and yeah, I think that's got again slightly smaller stamp of fish in it, with, you know, a good head of 30s. And but yeah, we fish this one. every year, every October we come out here. So let's see what happens. There are a few. I've had a 40 out of here before. Mate, he was with us. Well, we come over with him, should I say? He had a 40 last time, and he was on here back in July, I believe. Little 42 common. So they are in here. Let's see if we can have a few. Number 3, 24.5. Beautiful starburst scales on the back of it. Stunning fish. Coming from the left hand margin this time. Something this swim don't usually do. That makes a nice change. How about that? Just realised I haven't spoke to you since early this afternoon. 3 fish today. It's been quite a good day actually. I've had 3. My brother's had 4. And yeah, it's not been a bad day's fishing. This evening, it's been a little bit quiet. Had some dinner, nice roast chicken dinner. Bloody handsome as always. I'm back round to the swim. Got the rods out. Within 10 minutes of me putting my last rod out, my 3rd rod went off. Unfortunately, it ended up in a loss. So I've now had 3 and lost 1. That is the verdict of the day. It's day 1 over. Alright people, it's Tuesday. Don't know what happened to Monday. All I'm going to say is sorry. Kind of just skipped a whole 24 hours and jumped into Tuesday. Sunday was a bit manic, shall we say. Had a fish, and then I'd run at about 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning. Well, I'm fishing till on the island. There's a load of brambles that like come off the island and they sit in the water. Now I'm not fishing at the brambles, I'm fishing at the willow tree, but the fish obviously knew where it's going, went straight for the brambles, snagged me up. So I spent the whole night awake basically, because the fish is snagged up. Didn't want to just go to sleep, so I was sort of checking on it every sort of 10-20 minutes, in and out of the bivvy all night, done an all-nighter basically. And yeah, I ain't no Adam Blair, mate. I was dead yesterday, so went up, had a shower and my breakfast and that, come back, swung my rods out and just hopped into bed. Quiet day, didn't have anything all day yesterday, just had a bloody good sleep. And then after I went down for dinner, come back, I had a couple in quick succession, and then a quiet night again. Normally it does more night bites than day bites this lake, but it seems to be the other way around this year, so we're a bit odd. But again, productive day today. It's been manic, so that's why I ain't picked up the camera. Got up and had breakfast, went down and got sorted, come back, got my rods out. Within 20 minutes to get my rod out. Brother shouts on the radio, he smashed his PB. Had a 40 pound 12 ounce mirror. Absolutely stunning, mate. Proper nice. And there's probably a picture over the top of this right now. Needless to say, he was happy as pig is shit. How you feeling, bruv?
Yeah, you know, I've had worse days.
Come back round, got the rods back out again. And I've got to get some nice pictures of these fish because you don't have them too often. Yeah, not long out. Had one myself, 31.8. So first 30 of the week's been a bit of a struggle for me, catching a lot of the smaller stuff. And while that was in the net, taking 5 minutes and getting the camera set up, my other rod roared off, and yeah, lost it. Was battling it because it was the same bramble rod. So, and he was going straight for the bramble, so wasn't being too easy on it. So yeah, I don't know if that's why I lost it. Now on 7 fish for the week, all of them 20s but 1. I seem to be catching the mirrors, my brother seems to be catching the commons. Give you a little look at the bait. I'm about to prep some. I'm not going to show you the full thing because I'm sure you've seen bait prep 1,000,001 times on these bloody fishing videos. So the bait at this place used to be spotted fin. They've come back this year and they've actually started making their own baits. Well, they get them rolled for them, but they gave them the ingredients and said what sort of bait they wanted. I don't know how well you can see these, but these are like a nutty with a slight sort of banana-y hint to them. They smell lovely. They're really nice, light in colour. Plenty of seed and stuff in them, plenty of nut. So I'm fishing them, and I'm also fishing with these 20mm bad boys, sort of almost like an activate really. What I've been doing is always running the baits through the monkey, putting some chops in there. I've got the old quarter chopper jobbies, take forever. Maybe I should get a ridge monkey one, but who knows. And then just been adding some banana soaking, a little bit of nut soak, and then some lake water to wet it all down, and that's the end product. Crushed bait. It's nice and sticky, nice and heavy from the water going in it. It stinks, and fish seem to be liking it. In the pellet, it's got a right old mix of just about everything in there. I think it must have in the regions of about 5 to 6 different pellets in there, different shapes, different sizes. You know, these guys here, they buy all the different pellets in and then they mix them up, and then depending on the time of year and what the fish requirements are, they change it up accordingly. Scoop of the crushed boilies, a couple of free offerings on top, and then a scoop of pellet to finish it off nicely, and it seems to be doing the job. Changed it up a little bit, as I said, seemed to be a little bit quiet on my front, and the brother seems to be spanking it. Thought I'd have a little bit of a change up on this one. I've got a combi rig, a size 6 curved shank. Tried my hand at a new rig today, which I've never used. The old Scotty Lloyd noodle rig, still blowback styly, with one of the house 15mm nutty boilies, just topped off with a little bit of yellow corn. All the rigs are being used. There's just lead clip, good couple of foot of tubing, and just on quick change clips. Nothing too exciting. The state of this abomination. Need to have a good sort out in a bit. Well, I'll get these two out and I'll show you the other two. This is going to be my left rod, which is one of my least favourite rigs, to be honest. The spinner rig, whatever you want to call it. Everyone's got a different name, spinner, Ronnie, all the same outcome. It's not particularly my favourite rig, but you know, you can't doubt the mechanics of it. It does work well. I've got that with a little 12mm cork ball, and then we've got again one of the bottom house baits, this time with a little bit of pink to make the boys wink. So let's see what happens. Let's go for a little wander on my bank. A little check, see if I can see anything. It's one of about 50 times that I'll probably walk up this bank today, trying to see if I can see anything. Sorry, that sounds probably right in your eyes, isn't it? You see the colour of the water where they dye the water here. But that's the channel I was saying about. Actually goes through to the other side. I've been feeding down on the edge of this willow, but I don't know, nothing seems to be sort of materialising from it. I didn't even put a bait on it yet. I've not seen anything to go on. And this is the end of my water. I'll get from there to there, and my brother's up on the end fishing it up this way, so you know, we made a pact that the willow to willow was the cut off for both of our waters, so I've not fished up this far. I've sort of dropped back and he's stayed back from the willows a bit, just to give us a bit more room, leave a bit of gap in between us. There's no point fishing on top of each other. The actual rod that I've got out, my farthest right one, is at the edge of the willows there where it meets the bank. It's actually done me a couple of fish that so far, and yeah, what a beautiful place, eh? What a beautiful place. I don't know through the sun if you'll be able to see my brother or not, but he's over there. He's just putting his rods out. That's kind of my brother's water all round there. It goes up the side of the island, and then there's willows and reed bank all up this side here. General depth of sort of between 4 and 5 feet really. I do have a deep patch on my left hand side where the sluice is. It's a bit of a tricky area of the lake that it doesn't produce much, but another island up there. The guys, Pete and Alan, are fishing opposite. They're in there. Also got a small amount of lily pads here. I think they're actually river lilies. They've got like square stems on them as opposed to round ones, which you'd usually find in the UK waters. Very beautiful lake. She's just being a little, found a little hard to get at the minute. So, anyways, you've seen the bait, you've seen the spots, you've seen the part of the rods, the water that we're fishing. Let's see if we can't nick one out. See if we can get him in the net. Scrap under the rod tips here, oh. Not too bad though. Looks like he might be an half decent mirror. Off the end of the island. Rod 2. At all. Oh, he's 30 all day long, isn't he? Look at him. Beauty. Beauty, mate. Let's get the camera set up, get him out and have a look at the prize. 2 ounces shy of the £40 mark. I've waited a nice few days for this, but it's finally come. And oh mate, over the moon, absolutely ecstatic. It's not a PB, but wow, just look at it. It's mega fish, chuffed to bits. Let's get it back. There she is, in all her glory. Look at that. Go on, girl. Back to the deck she goes. Fucking made up with that. Absolutely made up. That is why we come to France. Because I can't catch them at home. Man, I lost one. Another one up the channel, on it like lightning. Done her left in the brambles, man. You kind of have to hang on to them a bit, because if you let them go, like, you can't give them an inch, otherwise they just bury you in the brambles. Yeah, just held on to it. look pulled. What can you do? Old trusty noodle rig though, done a bite. First time using it, first time making it, done me a bite. So hook holds, well, you know, I've put it back out, give it a sharpen up, little touch up, stuck it back out, see what happens. Onwards and upwards. That's 4 fish now though. 4 fish I've lost. I've had all the running jokes about PVA hooks and that, so you know, there's nothing you can say that ain't already been said. They're sharp, they're good, mixture of IBs and DSPs. So there we are. Rods are out for about another hour. I'm going to put them in, I'm going to go down, have a shower, and it's the old famous Jurassica kebab night tonight. It is bad boy. Big old kebab, homemade chips, bit of salad. Not too bad about the salad, but yeah mate, it's absolute doggies doodahs. Can't complain. And a 39, absolute highlight of my day so far. And yeah, it's been a mega day. I think we have a little social tonight. A few beers, a couple of lads on the other lake going to come over, a few beers, a couple of games of poker, win-win. Well, I won't win. Steve would probably strike me up and take all my money again like he did last time, but there we are. We'll have a laugh whilst doing it, probably a few beers along the way, depending how many beers I have later, depending on whether I put the rods out tonight or not. Anyway, in a bit. Afternoon, bit later today. Been nursing hangover all morning. Let's just say the poker and the drinks last night got a little bit heavy-handed, and there's quite a number of sore heads around the complex this morning. As always, start off on the beers, the wine comes out, and pretty much goes downhill from there. So yeah, a few of us over there was all pretty smashed up. And yeah, didn't even put no rods out last night, come back, got in bed, was dead. Woken up to Robbie pulling up with breakfast this morning about 9:15, and I still felt pissed. So went down, had a shower, come back, boated some supplements shall we say, and yeah, straightened myself out a bit. Bit of B12 and yeah, some headache tablets, but got the rods out about 1:30, 2. Within 10 minutes mate, one rattled off. 28.4 or 28.6 it was. Well, I had that one in the mouth, like literally just unhooked it, took the hook out of his mouth. Bloody other rod pulled up tight and shut off, so I had to quickly get that back, zipped up in the sling, get that back in the ear to grab the other one that had snagged up on the brambles, so got that out, got that in the net, and then yeah, double take. Nice little brace of fish. The size 16, it's the smallest fish I've had all week, but beautiful fish nonetheless. And another one with them starburst scales, man. You get so many of them in here. proper nice. But yeah, I think everyone's finally fishing now. Everyone's got their rods in. See what the day brings. I think it's about 3 o'clock now. Just gone. I won't be long. Dinner's be here. Got a nice curry tonight, so I'm looking forward to that. I'm starving. Didn't eat a massive amount of my breakfast because yeah, it's feeling a bit worse for wear, wasn't I? Drinking on a school night. It's Thursday now. We've got today and tomorrow, and then we're off home Saturday morning. What am I on now? 10 fish, I think. 10 fish I've had, so could have a few more really. Be nice, being greedy. Just had another one. Common. The second common of this trip, £25.10. And some absolute div forgot to press record on the camera. So I didn't realise till I put the fish back. So there's no footage of it. Just a 3 for me today so far. Oh, couple of little bleepy doos. Yeah, see if we can have some more. Puts me on 11 now. 11? Yeah, 11. So I can live with that. Have a bit of dinner. Probably redo 2 of the rods at the far end because they've not moved all afternoon. Obviously, 2 nearest me. One of them's just gone, so I've just put that back out. The other one went out a little while back. I'll redo the end too. Now really need to have a sort out in this bivvy because, put it politely, it's a shithole. Yeah, it's a bit of a mess. So, have a bit of a straighten up before it gets dark. See what the night brings. So far, so good. It's been a good day. See if we can winkle a couple more out. Friday tomorrow. The end is near. Good morning. Well, after the effort last night of bringing all the rods in, redoing rigs and putting them back out, seemed to pay off. Had a sum total of 3 fish, 34 odd, 32 odd, and a £10 ghosty mirror, which by all accounts has escaped from the pond behind, which, yeah, long story, won't go into it, but apparently they've had some escapees. So yeah, good night. 3 fish, lost 2 unfortunately. One of them snagged me up in the brambles again, so I have just been out there in the boat to get it out, and I've removed a load of the brambles that were sticking in the water. I mean, I'm going home tomorrow morning, but whoever's on next week, hopefully will reap the benefits of it, because yeah, that's the second time I've been out there to get a fish, well, get my rig back out. Now have a little wander around, see if I can get some nice pictures to go in this vlog. Just put some bait out. Obviously I've been through the swim in my boat, so last time I've done that killed my swim for a day, so not really optional, but one of them. I'll catch you in a little while. That's about that for a morning wake up call. Just literally just starting to pull the rods in to go over for breakfast, and this one rattled off while I was up the other end reading them in, so 5 minutes later and I would have missed him. £32 for. Thought he was going to be bigger, to be honest, the way he fought and belly on it, but beautiful fish nonetheless. He ain't winning no awards for the biggest fish. £22.6, but it's another common. Not had many this week, so absolute beautiful bar of gold. There we are. Right, pretty much concludes today. One more. Since coming back for breakfast, I said did take the boat out, so I just put some bait out and left it for a bit, to be honest. Just had a wander around, left it for an hour or two with some free bait and no lines in the water. Put the rods out, rod 2 shut up, shut off, struck into thin air. Very, very strange. And then rod 3 just rattled off a little while ago, and I had that £22 common. Very welcome indeed. Now it's just a matter of going down, having some dinner, paying our dues for the week for all the bits and pieces we've had over the course of the week, bait and food and drinks and Lord knows what else. Yeah, come back, swing the rods in, get packed up I suppose. What I'll do is I'll pack up pretty much on a Friday night, so I'll get up on the Saturday morning. We leave early. Anyone who's been to France knows you get kicked off pretty sharp in the morning so they can get sorted for the next lot. And yeah, just got to pull the bivvy down and pull the rods in and move bed up basically. Put the kettle away. Never put that away the night before. But yeah, I mean, it's been a productive week. I'm pretty happy with how the session's gone. I think that puts me on 15 fish at the moment leading into the last night. So my target, to be honest, was 20 fish this week. Maybe I've been a bit lazy. I don't feel like I have. I feel like I've fished it pretty well. It was a bit slow to get started, but I've had all 4 rods going at one point or another, so I think that's a pretty good success. Normally there's at least one that you just can't get going, so I feel like I've done alright. Got through 20 kilos of boilies and 2 big old buckets of pellets, so I've worked my way through a fair old chunk of bait this week, but if they're having it, they're having it. I mean, if you want to get on this lake, you might struggle. I think there's quite a waiting list, but you know, you never know. Get in touch and see if you can make it happen. It is a beautiful place with beautiful fish. There's no monsters in here, but there are 40s in here, as you would have seen from my brother. He's had one. Right, well, anyway, I'm waffling. I'll probably catch up with you a bit later. If not, it might be a quick word in the morning, because it's always a bit of a rush on a Saturday morning. Right, adios.